So artists have what they identify with Qualia, and scientists identify with Quanta. Quanta is the smallest unit in which waves of energy and information are measured. So quantum of light is a photon. Quantum of electricity is an electron. Quantum of gravity is a graviton. And that's what science does. And as a result, it creates technology and everything that we call today. Our world is run by technology, emails and text messages and Instagram and what have you. It's all technology, AI, immersive experiences, augmented reality, cryptocurrency, all of that is the measurement of experience, but the actual happening of experience is what we call art. And that experience is called Qualia, Qualia. Instead of Quanta, Qualia is a unit of experience. If I ask you to taste or even imagine the taste of red wine, that's a Qualia. If I say, what's in it? Grapes, fermented, that's science. Okay? But they go together, and they occur in consciousness. So consciousness conceives, governs, constructs, and becomes everything that we call the physical world. Okay, now, I said I was going to talk about well-being, so I should, and I don't want to go over time as well, even though time is a construct also. Greenwich Mean Time, not Botswana Mean Time, colonial mean time. Okay, so all of that is a construct, and now Indian Standard Time. Whatever, it's all made up. Everything that you call reality is made up. But since I was going to talk about health, let me just very briefly share with you how you got here, okay? So when you were first conceived as a fertilized egg, you had 24,000 genes, half from your mother, half from your father. A gene is a stretch of DNA. DNA stands for 4 chemicals, deoxyribonucleic acid, and they're usually abbreviated as ATCG. So the alphabet of life is only 4 letters, ATCG. In English, we have 26 letters. Sanskrit, you have 50 letters. And all languages, you have at least 20 letters. Spanish, you have 24 letters, etc. But in life, you have only 4 letters. 4 letters make up all of life. Bacteria, plants, reptiles, mammals, primates, humans. 4 letters is all you need to create endless life forms. Those 4 letters make up what we call DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and you have 3 billion pairs of these, what are called base pairs, that ultimately create a genome. Genome means all the genes you have. So think of a gene as spelling out a word. The word is a protein. And proteins is how we begin this life. You begin with a few molecules of proteins, and proteins are catalysts and enzymes and this and that, and ultimately you have a human baby. It takes only 24,000 genes to make a human baby. Where did the letters come from? Those letters, ATCG, they are made of what? They're made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and a few, basically four minerals, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. That's 96% of your body, and 4% of your body is other stuff, iron, sulfur, phosphorus. So where did this come from? And that came from the crucible of burning stars. So when a giant star exhausts its thermonuclear energy and starts to disappear into the heat death of absolute zero, what we call a black hole or a singularity, then hydrogen and helium, which were first created at the moment of the Big Bang, they start to fuse and you get all the heavy elements. So 50% of the elements in your body right now came from the Milky Way galaxy, from burning stars that no longer exist because they've disappeared into black holes and singularities. And the other 50% of the atoms in your body come from other galaxies. And there are, guess how many galaxies? 2 trillion galaxies. So 50% of the atoms in your body come from this dimension which is not even explorable. You know, we have the James Webb telescope right now. That's exploring the junkyard of infinity right now, next to Earth. But the galaxies go on and on. 2 trillion galaxies, 700 sextillion stars, uncountable trillions of planets, and uncountable trillions of not possibly, but probably habitable planets. You say, how can that be? You know, today there are scientists called astrobiologists, places like Harvard, MIT, Oxford, etc., and they look for what is called biospheres. Biosphere means similar climate. If a planet is very close to its sun, it's too hot, so no life as we know it. If it's too far away from its sun, then no life as we know it. But if it's within a certain range, it's called the Goldilocks zone, then not only is life possible, it is there because it's this kind of atmosphere. Okay, with that approximation mathematically, we now have 60 billion habitable planets just in the Milky Way galaxy. And uncountable trillions of planets in the universe, uncountable trillions of planets, habitable. That's today's science. And it goes back to Yoga Vasishtha, who says, in the vast expanse of consciousness, infinite universes come and go like motes of dust dancing in a beam of light. Just imagine the metaphor. There's a beam of light coming through the roof in Vasishtha's cave, somewhere near Rishikesh, and in this beam of light, he sees infinite universes. That's today's science. We are one planet. On scale, we are not even a speck of dust in all the beaches of our planet. The other day, I went to the beach. I was at a beach. I picked up 1 grain of sand. It was very difficult to actually pick up 1 grain of sand. Little breeze came, drifted off. I couldn't find it, and the beach didn't notice. So if tomorrow this planet, in our insanity, which we are insane, if we continue to sleepwalk to beyond climate extinction, no one will notice. We are in the junkyard of infinity, which we have created. And so be it. And yet, you know, we have all this stuff going on. Relationships, this, that, war, terrorism, eco-destruction, poison in the food chain. We are definitely sleepwalking to extinction. And maybe the universe will be better off.